second string for the show. And if I stay in a place called gray, from left to right on this side, pictures in the cave, there was no blue way on the bed of nails. I died. We painted our own face. Was it to hide behind? Were you there when it all ran? To see it black my eyes. I left with mascara to show the light. If I'm staying in a place called a grave, I'm gonna left to right on this side. Pictures in the cave, there were no blue waves. I'm spinning nails. I died. I died. I left with mascara to show the light. If I'm staying in a place called a grave, and left to right on this side, pictures in the cave, there were no blue waves on the bed of nails. I died. If I'm staying in a place called a grave, I'm left to right on this side. Pictures in the cave, there were no blue waves on the bed of nails. I died. I died. Oh, babe, second string for the show. Song Nail, which was on the first Lab 64 CD, Cassandra's Temple. That song was written on the 6th of the 10th, 1998. Original lyric sheet scribbled there. The song came about, I'll just go through the lyrics first. No use in the new year, I'm fading day to day. Left behind on my resolutions, the stage lights left me blind. I won't play second string for the show. And if I'm to stay in a place cold and grey, am I left to rattle inside? The picture's in decay and with no goodbye waves, on this bed of nails, I'll die. We all painted our own face, was it to hide behind? Were you there when it all ran, to see it black my eyes? I'm left with mascara to show my lines. And if I'm to stay in a place cold and grey, am I left to rattle inside? The picture's in decay and with no goodbye waves, on this bed of nails, I'll die. I'm left with mascara to show my lines. And if I'm to stay in a place cold and grey, am I left to rattle inside? The picture's in decay and with no goodbye waves, on this bed of nails, I'll die. I won't play second string for the show. So this song came about because I was on a train in Sydney and family got on at the same time as I did. and they sat on the opposite side of the carriage to me. There was 2 little kids, their parents, and then the grandmother. And within a stop or so, the grandmother had died. The family hadn't noticed. The family actually didn't notice about the 3rd stop. Then the mother actually noticed that the grandmother had died. But before she died, they were sitting there talking about how great their day was. They'd been to the zoo and the things they'd done and how much they enjoyed everything. And I'd heard those conversations very clearly. And then watching a family sit there with the grandmother. They'd had this wonderful day. They'd shared this beautiful day with her. And then she died while they were there. She died very peacefully. She just sort of drifted off into sleep, as they say. So I took that. It sort of stuck with me. I thought about it and I started to come up with lyric ideas. 2 little notes in the song is where I write, and if I'm left to rattle inside, and then on this bed of nails, I'll die. So the train we're on in Sydney, people from Sydney know that we had trains called Red Rattlers. That's the train that we're on, it's a Red Rattler. And so that's just a little thing like that. So when you die, you get a death rattle, and also it's a nod to the fact that we're on a Red Rattler. And then on this bed of nails, I'll die. Obviously railway spikes, railway nails, they're nails, holds a track together, so on this bed of nails, I die. A lot of the other lyrics in here are just very straightforward. It was a few months out before the end of the year, so no use in the new year. It's where I started. I'm fading day to day. Left behind all my resolutions, the stage lights left me blind. Now, that's not to say she was on stage, that's just to say that it's a little reference to life itself, you know. There's a very famous quote that, you know, the world is a stage and we're all players. So it's kind of a little thing towards that. And it just sort of goes on. It's a pretty straightforward song as far as lyrics go. It's not really that twisted and deep. But that was it. I was on a train. A lady died with a family. Obviously it was a terrible time for them, even though they had a beautiful day and it was quite peaceful. And because I was in such close proximity to that and I witnessed it, it sort of left a little mark with me, shall we say, and I felt the need to write a song about it. A little side note about the song is that there is a line in here where it says, the picture's in decay. Now, when I used to play this song live early on, sometimes I would actually say the bitch is in decay. Now, that was not, you know, a harsh reference to the lady who died. It was just something that I did on stage. But funnily enough, every time I actually did say that on stage, the bitch is in decay, I would instantly break a string on my guitar. And I kind of felt really quickly like, okay, that lady knows that this song's about her and she's somewhere. And every time I did that, she just came along and snapped one of my strings while I played live. So I quickly stopped singing The Bitch Is in Decay. So that was it. It's the song now. Hope you found it interesting. Catch ya.